call it swag, some call it cockiness, some would call it being a diva. But when you're good, it's not bragging. And elite wide receivers and the confidence they exude often permeates an entire team, and we're going to see a couple of examples of that in this one. Welcome to Faroe Field in Columbia, Missouri, home of the Missouri Tigers. As we'll see a squad from Conference USA, the Alabama Crimson Tide, taking on a team from the playoff a year ago, the Missouri Tigers. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. Missouri about to kick off to lift the lid on this one. Here he comes from midway in the end zone. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. To the air on first down. Grabbed over the middle. It's Edwards. And that's where they'll mark him, but a very productive play, and they'll move the chains. The evolution of the Alabama offense has always been built around what does the quarterback do best, and this guy's doing a lot of things well.
And we've seen some sensational ones. And to your point, I like that. Jalen Hurts, really good runner. They built it around his feet. You know, Bryce Young, really good passer. Tua Tagovailoa, really good passer. More about the passing game, explosive passing plays. So they'll do whatever it takes to win.
From the 44-yard line, the offense snaps it on first down. Looking to throw on first down. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. Second down coming.
My job is to make sure that ball comes loose. And I got to go through that guy, use my shoulder pad, drive my feet, really be physical. Because if he bobbles it at all, or as soon as his hand gets to the ball, you can tell the difference when that body jerks forward and that ball starts to come loose and pop out.
Well, the offensive line has got to give him at least a little bit of time to survey the field. He had no chance that time, getting hit almost immediately after he got the ball.
Alabama with a lot of ground to cover here on third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Grabbed in the middle, it's Edwards. They convert on third down as he gets it to the 46-yard line.
And it's on third downs like this, if you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that football in. You can tell this quarterback really has a lot of confidence when he's in the pocket looking for the big fella, and they're able to hook up there.
Really good coverage by this defense. They were aware of everyone on the field, and including the running back. A lot of times those guys get lost in the shuffle, but they saw him. They knew the ball was going to. They braked on it, did a good job, and got in his face just enough to cause him to lose some focus and drop that football.
The Crimson Tide looking for a big play to convert on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Got him downfield. And he's ruled down right there, but he'll have plenty to move the sticks. I was starting to think about what they would do if they didn't pick up the first down here, but I guess that's a moot point now.
Moot point for sure, and the head coach was probably telling them 4-down territory, we're going to keep a field goal, whatever the next decision was going to be, and now the OC's like, don't worry about it. New set of downs, nice execution by this offense.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down and 2nd and 6. Now the play fake. He's going to fire deep. And the incomplete pass taking a shot on 2nd down, and they'll be left with a 3rd down. And
And that is not where you want to miss. You do not want to miss high over the middle. A lot of that times that turns into an interception. He doesn't get that, but he's got to lower that football and give his receiver a chance to make a play on it.
They're about to snap it for the 10th time on this opening drive, but they need a conversion to keep the drive alive on third down. They think they can create space here with a run to the right. They'll make the stop about 3 yards short of the first down.
Keep the foot on the pedal if you're on offense here. You got that yardage. Yeah, you didn't get the first down, but you've set yourself up now to go for it here and keep this drive alive.
And on fourth down, here comes the field goal unit. And he's got to find the right combination of distance and accuracy from the right hash and 45 yards out. Right down the boulevard, it's good. And with that, they break the seal on the scoring. It's 3-0. So they are lining up to kick it off after that last drive. Put a 3 spot on the board, and now the defense will try to shut them down. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Quarterback making checks. They're going to open this drive with a pass. And that one falls incomplete. They tried to go over the top on first down. Second down coming up.
QB overthrowing an open guy like that. That is just a kick in the gut for this team.
After the incompletion, back to the passing game. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and third down is coming.
That's a ball that this offense should be able to complete. They had the coverage they wanted. Receiver ran on the route. Just an inaccurate throw by the quarterback.
Probably the toughest call on the play sheet. Third and long. Ball's at the 25. Motion from the wide receiver. On third and long. Try to convert through the air. Makes the grab. He'll be brought down at the 32-yard line. Good job by the defense to keep him away from that first down marker. It's fourth down.
Really nice job by the defense there. You're trying to force the quarterback to throw the football in front of you and allow your guys to square up and make a tackle out in space. You got to force the ball carrier to do something special after the catch. Not able to do it there, so really nice tactic by the defense.
Settle for the fair catch if you don't have to. Picks up just a little bit of yards to help out the O. Guys, here comes that Alabama offense onto the field. So they've put up some early points, and now to build on this 3-0 lead. They'll go to the ground. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
And you want to run the football, right? That's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
They'll go to work in the air on second down. Takes the easy throw in the flat. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Listen, if I'm a QB, second down, I want to check the ball down and get a manageable third down, but when this defense is flying around like this, so fast closing out, he got to that running back, got him on the ground so fast, the running back had nowhere to go.
Throws to the tight end. And the deflection on third down. How big is that? Forces a fourth down. The Crimson Tide will bring the punt team on the field. This will be their first punt of the afternoon. Couldn't get away from that cover team, and they've got him down at the 23. Missouri has the offense ready to go on the field. They went 3 and out on their first possession. Now to see if they can be more productive this time around. On the run, it's Moulton. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Man, this defense is setting the tone early. 3 and out on the first drive, and on the first play of the second drive, they get a TFL. They are sending a very clear and distinct message to this offense. They are going to set the tone of this game.
Off play action. Quarterback now breaking the field. It'll be incomplete. Tried to extend the play, but just couldn't find anybody open.
Good play call offensively, and that's the right place to go with the football if you're the quarterback, but just a better job by the defender knocking that ball down.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Quarterback may change this route. They'll move the wide receiver. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Pulls it in. It's Terry. Works his way to the 41, and that is plenty to give him a first down. That was a nice pickup, running the drag route and finding that quiet, soft spot in the zone.
Yeah, drag routes not only work against man coverage, they work against zone too. If you can find the soft spot and the quarterback gets it to him early, he can turn upfield, and you saw that right there.
Under fire! And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And this offensive line's got to do a little better job, man. You've got to give your quarterback time to go through his progressions from go to 1 to 2 and then maybe make a play. And he goes off of his first target. You can tell he did not have much time getting hit as he's trying to throw the football. You've got to protect your quarterback.
It's going to be important this offensive line is able to get a little bit of push. Just got to give this guy an inch, a little crease, and he can make yards for you.
The Tigers really need to keep this drive alive on 3rd down. Quick pass to the left, trying to get it to the mark. Breaks into the open. He stopped just short of the goal line at the 1. An explosive play has him set up.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that 3rd down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single covered, double covered, man, zone. That's where he was going with it, and the big-time playmaker outside picks up the first.
They go to the wide receiver screen, and this one will be stopped for no gain.
When an offense starts to get inside the 5, defensively, I get more and more aggressive. I get closer and closer to my guy. I got to understand that ball comes out, and it's tight windows. Really nice job by the defense understanding the situation.
Can the defense stop them again on 2nd and goal? Power ahead. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. What will the offense dial up on 3rd and goal? They'll run the sneak for it. Absolutely nowhere to go as this defense makes a 3rd down stop. They've swapped into the field, and we're ready to go in the 2nd. Well, so much for the idea of tying the game with a short field goal attempt. It's 4th down, and they'll go for it. Touchdown, Tiger! Quick strike through the air for the score.
And I like the decision to go for it. I think a lot of people probably thinking this close to the goal line, 4th and goal, they're going to power it in. Nice job. They had this play ready. They go with the pass. Nice throw, nice catch. Huge job and huge execution on 4th down.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he's not going to take the touchback. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. They'll start this drive with a chance to regain the lead, down 7-3. Quick pass on the fly motion. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage.
Really good job by the defense, seeing it and going and getting it. Nice job understanding the touch pass. It could happen. Those guys go in motion, man. I got to understand. Safety's got to see that, start flying down, getting ready to play that. Nice job by the defense being ready for that play.
Not a whole lot of room there on that screen pass as it just never developed. Alabama with a lot of ground to cover here on 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the wideout. And they fail to hook up on 3rd down.
I want to give a shout out to the defense there on 3rd down, doing a really nice job disguising their coverage because it looked like they confused the quarterback on 3rd down. Really nice job getting back into that zone and making sure that ball falls incomplete.
He'll field the punt and take it back. Excellent coverage that time. Didn't give him any room to set up a big return. Mizzou has it back in the offense coming out on the field. Man, what a drive last time for the touchdown. That passing attack was lethal, David.
Yeah, and you know, you hear all these stupid commentators like me and Jesse talking about create balance, run and pass. No, when you throw that good, spin the ball around.
So the defense has to find a way to affect the quarterback on this drive because last drive he had way too much time to throw.
From inside the 40 at the 37, it's 1st down. Wants to throw on 1st down. Caught near the sticks. It's Barber. Now he's got it all the way down to the 21-yard line, and they are threatening on 1st down.
It is so good for an offense early in the game to get in a rhythm and to start stringing 1st downs together. It makes the game really easy and puts that defense in a situation where they're starting to get tired. They want to sub. They want to get other guys on the field. Stringing 1st downs together like this makes it hard to defend.
The play fake on 1st down. The throw. He caught it. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Tiger.
And I love the bounce back for this offense. We lost a week ago. Let's put that in the rearview mirror. That game's gone. Let's improve. Let's get better. So far in this 1st half, they've done just that. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Hey, fellas, here's a quick update on a top 15 clash today. Ole Miss has the lead right now, but they haven't been able to separate themselves just yet there in the Grove. They're up by 7 over Ohio State. We will be multitasking today, boys. One eye on that game, one eye on your game. Really the only way to do it.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Here comes that Alabama offense. They've been pretty much stifled on offense so far, David, only able to muster 3 points in their previous 3 drives.
And you got to find a way to open this up and create some explosion.
Turning it on! Touchdown, Crimson Tide! He found some open space and turned on the Jets. When that receiver got free, it was all over.
And it's so nice to have a receiver like this as a quarterback because you pad my stats. I like those long touchdown passes where I just threw it really short and he did the rest of the work.
And with the extra point, they cut the lead to 14-10. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. Coming out with it, it's Terry. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Missouri has the offense ready to go on the field. They took their time out of the gate, but now starting to try to take control of this game on offense here in the 2nd quarter, Jesse.
Yeah, and they're playing good complementary football up to this point, but this is a huge opportunity, David, for them to really create some momentum.
Well, and the defense did such a good job keeping them in the game early. Now, holding down their end. Now get the offense rolling, put up some points on the scoreboard, and then you can really get dangerous in this ballgame.
And 3 receivers on the left side here on 2nd and short.
Let's go! Let's go!
Fires to the tight end. He gets it past the 30, and they'll get him out of bounds at the 32. They flexed out that tight end a little bit, and you know the tight end's always open.
Always open, quarterback's best friend. And this guy's a problem, Reese. He's a matchup problem because he's too big for DBs to cover, and he's too fast for linebackers to cover. He's showing you his athleticism there.
Listen, running backs are not just running backs anymore. You're going to be a wide receiver in today's football, and a great job sneaking out of the backfield, getting him the football, letting them get some positive yards.
Came through like a shot and knocked him down for a loss of 5.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
And the offense with no intention to draw the defense off sides. They want to run on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Finds him out of the backfield. Turns out to be an easy conversion for this offense as they move the chains on 4th down. The definition of 4-down territory has changed over the last few years. It extended into their own territory there.
Anywhere, everywhere, just look at the card, right? That card's supposed to tell us what to do, but maybe I'll go for it anyways. This offense took a little bit of a gamble, but they get the first down. Nothing to worry about, Reese.
And this has got to be so demoralizing for this defense right now. Having given up multiple first downs on this drive, somebody on defense has to step up, make a play, and stop the bleeding.
And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, I think the running back kind of went rogue on that last running play. I'm not sure it was designed to go that direction. He tried to make it happen on his own, and unfortunately ended up losing yards.
They'll take this lead to the 2-minute timeout and see if they can tack on a little more before the break. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Gonna run it. It's Moulton. Oh, he's got some space. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Missouri!
Man, we know football gets harder when you start to get the red zone and the field shrinks. Who needs that? Break the long touchdown run. Nice job by the back. Seeing the hole, exploding through, getting a long touchdown.
And he tacks on the extra point. They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. And he's going to bring this one out. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. This drive will start from the 19-yard line. Give to the back. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
It's definitely too early to panic, but there's some bad feelings going on for this offense right now. You're way down on the scoreboard. I know we're still in the first half, but after that last play, it's pretty obvious. You can't run the ball. You're becoming a one-dimensional offense at a time when you need to be able to score some points. So either get it done through the air or you've got to be more physical up front.
Out of the shotgun on 3rd down. Unloads to the wideout. And it just squirted through his hands. He wanted to take off and got too anxious.
Well, it's 3rd and short. They're throwing for it. They just can't come up with that one. Setting up a big decision now for the head coach on 4th down.
They punted away on 4th down. Really good job by the coverage team to make the stop, and that's where they'll put it in play. Good field position to start this drive at their own 47. Off-play action on 1st down. Fires downfield. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. And this defense is a half a beat behind. They just can't quite keep up. They've got it down to the 21. An explosive play takes them right outside the red zone, and they've got it 1st and 10. The give to the lone running back. And he's knocked down, but there's also a flag that's been dropped. Let's check on the call. A solid gain on that one, and it goes for naught as the penalty will back them up. First thing you want to do if you're in a hole is stop digging. It's 1st and 20. Oh, he's got a chance. There he goes. Got enough for the first. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Tigers.
Well, this offense is clicking. They've been doing it all first half, running the ball, throwing the ball. They had insult to injury with another touchdown here right before teams go into the tunnel. This defense, guys, they have got to find some answers, and they've got to regroup here at halftime.
Looks like he's going to bring it out. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. We'll see them really hit the speed button on the tempo here in the final minute of the first half. Looking to throw on first down. He unleashes a long one. And that will be incomplete. Man, that would have been a big hitter if they could have done it, but second down coming.
And that's a really good job by this defense being dialed in. You got a big lead. You know exactly what's coming. This offense is going to have to make some explosive plays down the field. They were ready, they were disciplined, and made a good play on the football.
He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. Looking to throw on third. And the incomplete pass will bring up fourth down.
Well, the defense finally has figured it out. That was critical for their confidence because they had been scored on earlier. They'd given up a ton of yards. I think they understood the gravity of the situation. Third down, that was critical for them to get off the field, build momentum, build some confidence. Nice job that time by the defense.
Wanting to move the chains. Here comes Alabama on fourth. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Going to take a shot at this DB. Big tight end makes the grab. It's a first down. That defense got gashed, but they finally get him to the turf at the 47. Alabama comes to the line with 1st and 10. Looking downfield on first down. Got his man out of the backfield. Breaks into the open. Steps out at the 34-yard line. Big pickup on that one in this offense within striking distance. They're down to the 35 on 1st and 10.
Base 27, John. Base 20.
Wants to go up top on first down. Throws toward the end zone. And that ball was in harm's way, and he is lucky to get that one back.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Makes a man miss. And he broke one tackle on the way to a solid pickup there. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. And it's third down, but they're going to go ahead and try the field goal and try to get points before the break. And they'll kick it from the left side, a 44-yard try. It's a fake. Forget the kick. He's going to throw it. It falls incomplete, and they tried to get him messed up with the third down fake and couldn't pull it off.
Yeah, and you want to catch people off guard usually when you run the fake field goals, but usually on third down there's not a real surprise, and I don't think they caught anybody off guard. But here's the good thing. We get to trot the same unit right back on the field, and if we want to try again, I guess we can, or we could actually use the kicker.
We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. Alabama ready to put a boot to it to start start the second half. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Mizzou has it back in the offense coming out on the field. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they've wanted to do.
And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10. When you play at a place like Alabama, you have to live up to the legacy of the Jonathan Allens, the Deron Paynes, the Marcel Dariuses when you play on that defensive front.
And the funny thing is, Reese, I can keep going. Quentin Williams, Will Anderson, like the list goes on and on and on. Just elite level recruiting on the defensive line, on the edge, is how they built this dynasty at Alabama.
Man, you know, you always look back in games at single plays that turn the tide. And with this defense now trailing by 2 possessions, if they could have just caught the ball and gotten that pick, that potentially changes everything in this game. That was a missed opportunity.
Oh, they're after him. Didn't have anything working and just had to throw it away on 3rd down.
Man, that's a big stop on this first drive. That's got to energize this defense. They didn't have a great first half. Let's just call it what it is. They could have done a lot better. But to come out, make some adjustments, get a stop on this first possession, that's a good sign for this defense.
Missouri will have to send out the punt team. 3 and out and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. And the punt team able to smack him to the ground. Guys, here comes that Alabama offense onto the field. Gives it on the option. And he'll pick up 1. It brings up 2nd and 9.
Another tough run for this offense, and I think a big reason why they're down on the scoreboard right now is they just haven't been able to get this guy going. They've tried to give him the ball a lot. It just hasn't paid off, but you get the feeling, too, if they are going to crawl back in this one, they need him to break one off, and it just takes one play for this guy. Don't be impatient. You got to keep giving him the football.
That is what I'm talking about. Every defensive players want those opportunities. Quarterbacks slide so much. When you can get a big hit on them, that's exactly what you want to do. Make him feel that now so it hurts later in the game.
QB decided not to hand it off on that RPO. Defense, great job taking the throwaway, now setting up 4th.
Trailing by multiple possessions in the 3rd and desperately needing a score, they'll go for it on 4th down. He'll ride his man on the option. Oh, and he can't hold the pitch, and the ball's loose. Recovered by the defense, and he's off. Turns it on down the left side. Touchdown, Tiger. How about this defense taking one back to the house?
You practice these moments as a defense, but you never know when they're going to come to fruition. But how about it? The scoop, the ball's on the turf. They scoop it up. They take it to the house. The defense takes care of business and said, offense, we don't need you. We'll put points on the board.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Hey, guys, got a final score in a big top 25 matchup today. Stanford overcame a sloppy start and just put the finishing touches on a notable road win. And to pick yourself up and dust yourself off away from Palo Alto, this Cardinal team has to be thrilled with this result. Really unexpected outcome in this ranked-on-ranked matchup. The type of loss, guys, that'll get...
Picked off. What a play to set him up. Takes it the other way.
And these are the mistakes backed up you can't make as a quarterback, man. You've got to protect the football. Big-time mistake. Defense capitalizes and sets their offense up with elite field position.
And the offense suddenly with an opportunity it couldn't have expected with a 1st and goal after the pick. They'll try to get it in with the run. He's going for the goal line. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Missouri!
Wow, this offense, they have a lot of faith.
Oh, they want the 2 in the holder receiver's going to try to throw it. He tried to get out of trouble, but he goes down for the sack.
Missouri 41, Alabama 13.
They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. And he's not going to take the touchback. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't. I think one good way, David, to help your quarterback turn the page is just find him an easy completion here and let him get back into a rhythm.
Yeah, or find him an easy handoff. Just hand the football off, maybe get the ground game going, maybe jumpstart this offense a little bit.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give the defense so much credit because they have been able to shut this guy down, and they got to keep that up here in the second half.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Back to pass. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Adams. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up.
Man, oh man, how about that play by the linebacker? I'm thinking, I got to get the run, I got to get the run. Oh, I see the quick pass, now I got to break on it and go catch this really, really fast guy over here. And how about the job he does, getting him on the ground, nowhere to go. Nice closing speed by that linebacker.
Quarterback will keep it. He stopped at the 23 and still a ways to go to pick up the first down.
You know, I really like this QB running the football because I know he's got a lot of speed, but he's not the biggest guy in the world. So he's not going to be able to break a lot of tackles. You really got to do a good job of trying to scheme ways to get him out in more space.
He gets it up to the 34-yard line before he stopped, and that's where the offense will set up shop. Gives it on the option. And he is stopped immediately by the big defensive lineman.
Yeah, and listen, the offense has had their way, and they've had so much success and so much production. But listen, at least the defense got a rep. You know, maybe this gets you a spark. Maybe this gets you some energy. Maybe we'll see a little bit more life from this defense.
Yeah, they may not win the game, but I think this defensive coaching staff at this point, based on how this game has gone, they're just trying to find things to build off of. Maybe that's something they can point to as they get ready for their next.
Hits the afterburners. Touchdown Tigers. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
Man, I am a great play caller when I can hand it to guys like that. And he can go that far to the house, create big plays, showed you a little bit of vision, showed you a little bit of burners. When he kicked it in gear, he got the long touchdown.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He's going to take a chance from midway in his end zone. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. Here comes that Alabama offense. From the gun, they'll try the middle. Past the first down marker and still running. Turning it on. And I wasn't sure they were going to be able to catch him. They finally did, but they gave up a huge play. They had this offense backed up. Now they have to be staggering. Can they deliver another punch on 1st and 10 from inside the 40? Just not willing to take the hit. He delivers it and gets to the 27.
And Right, winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big jump, getting in second and short, not a good job by this defense.
Brought down after a good pickup, and they're in the red zone at the 20. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. They'll throw it from the red zone. Unloads it left. Picked off inside the 20, and they snuff out the threat. Going the other way, and he's got room. Finally brought down, but what a play, not only to get the football, but to flip the field position with the return. One final play before the end of the quarter. Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back. And he was able to pick his way for just a few yards, and that'll wrap up the third quarter. That's the end of the quarter, and Missouri has the lead. This has been a complete obliteration so far, as the third quarter stats will show you. So will the beatdown continue, or is this a comeback for the ages in store? We'll see as we start the fourth. They had a chance to mull things over, and let's see how they start the final period here on second down. Looking to fire. Intercepted, and the defense has set him up. Bringing it back. He'll be stopped, but not before getting the football and picking up big yardage on the return. What a play there. Alabama comes to the line with a first and goal. Goes to the option. He'll toss it. He bullies his way all the way down to the 5-yard line.
This offense is perfectly fine with a little game because they're going to make you tackle this all game long. They're going to make you think all game long. So they'll keep running it ad nauseum and just wait for that one opportunity when you don't do your assignment.
He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Man, and that's a frustrating play when you go in reverse near the goal line, goal-to-go situations, Palmer. You got to get those positive yards. You can't go backwards if you're trying to get a touchdown.
You know, I'm trusting in my quarterback here to make the right decision. Looks like we're going to have to throw it, right? But if it's not open, just throw this thing away. You don't want to take a sack, lose extra yardage here. Just be smart with the football.
Never a doubt. Right down the middle. And the field goal was good. They get 3 on the board, but it really doesn't matter much in terms of the deficit. So they were able to put up a 3 spot on that last drive, and now the kickoff team out there as they prepare to put boot to leather. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Missouri has the offense ready to go on the field. Last drive ended with a pick, but you still have to attack through the air. From the gun, the ground game. Powers through the defender. Defense in the right spot. They stop him after a gain of 2 to the 28.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. Fourth quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles. Like,
oh, he's got some space. They get him stopped and out of bounds at the 45-yard line, and the big play has this offense ready to mount a threat.
This quarterback is making outstanding decisions so far in this game, and you've already seen it throwing the football. The guy already has over 200 yards passing, but he's doing it in the running game as well. Really good decision that time. Seeing nobody accounting for the pitch guy, you flip it out, you pick up a nice play offensively. Really good football IQ from the quarterback position.
The Tigers with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Smart move to keep it on the ground. Knocked down in the backfield, and boy, this guy's had a good day, but they finally get to him on that run.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
In the gun and looking to throw on 3rd down. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
Oh, and those are those where you're just looking at your hands. Left hand, right hand, left hand, right hand. Dang it, I should have caught that. Nice play, break on the football. That could have been a house call. That could have been a game changer, but just couldn't secure the interception.
So Missouri will have to punt it away. And good work by the coverage team to knock down the return man. Guys, here comes that Alabama offense onto the field. They had to settle for the chip shot field goal last time, Jesse. They'd love for this one to pay off bigger.
Yeah, it just comes down to execution, too. Did a nice job out in...
Snatches it on the right. Turning on the Jets. Out of bounds he goes at the 39-yard line after the huge gain. That kind of play will put a jolt into a drive. It's 1st and 10 from just inside the 40. He's in open space downfield. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line. Being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Trying to get the edge on the right. And some room to work. Hard running there. Rolls inside the 30 and out of bounds at the 29, and now they're threatening. The Tide with the 1st and 10. They'll try to get the edge on the left. This time he doesn't get loose, and finally the defense gets him bottled up behind the line.
Well, they're trying to go toss to the field and get that running back out into space to use his speed, but the defense looked like they were already lined up expecting that play, and they force a negative.
2nd down, they'll go to the air. Extending the play. Can't make the connection. The pressure there caused the missed timing.
Well, at this point, you're still trying to throw stuff up against the blackboard and see if it sticks. You're down by a lot of points, so why not try it, right? And give the offense credit. You know, you're not just going to run the football. You're not just going to take a knee and go into the locker room with your tail between your legs. I like the fighting spirit, just not enough of that today.
And it's going to be hard for this offense, man. They've struggled to pass the football down the field, to make these explosive plays, and now, huge deficit. Got to make them. Got to find a way to push the ball down the field to create some explosive plays if you want a chance to get back in this football game.
And I know a lot of people are scratching their heads why they try to kick that field goal. You're in the 4th quarter. You're down a boatload of points. A field goal isn't going to do it. If you want to win this game, you need touchdowns. I would anticipate for every possession they get from here on out, man, you've got to be way more aggressive.
Fielded in the end zone, it's Terry. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. This drive will commence from their own 11-yard line. The give. It's these little moments like that that can help an offense as he gets it up to the 16-yard line.
And they say a quarterback's best friend is a good run game and a good running back. I think he agrees. Over 150 yards on the day. I don't even think I need a quarterback the way he's been running the football all game.
Stop behind the line of scrimmage, and that is a rare sight for this defense today against this guy.
Well, the defense finally able to make a play, getting a tackle for loss. They haven't had many of those today because this running back really has answered the bell. They knew coming in they were going to have to give him the football, force feed it to him, and let him go to work. He's done that. Well over 100 yards rushing in this game. The defense just has not had the answers consistently for him.
They get a big win here and start the season on a positive note.
You got to love that as the players. You come out, you have so much anticipation coming into the season, finally getting ready to play in front of a live audience. You're able to come out next